My name is David Kyle, and until AA a few weeks ago, I thought the perfect life to lead my wife Emily was breathtakingly charismatic and had a laugh that lights up the whole room. Our home felt like a refuge, and our love story seemed unbreakable. Or so I thought. It all started with whispered phone calls about little things, which she dismissed as professional emergencies, late nights with friends, and the faint scent of a perfume that is not. Mine was first. I tried to explain all this. Emily has always been a social butterfly, full of energy and constantly surrounded by people. It was simply your personality, but a gnawing feeling. The restlessness grew in me until I could ignore longer. At a Saturday afternoon, I decided to trust Emily. Had left her laptop open while she was showering, and I knew her password. I am not proud of what I did, but something inside me urged me to look. My hands were shaking when I opened your emails, and there is a conversation between Emily and another named Steve about her secret weekend getaway. It feels like my chest torn open. Every word that I let was another stab in my heart. I did not confront her immediately. Instead, I spent the next week to gather evidence to make sure that I do not overreacted or imagined something. I hired a private detective who my worst fears confirmed. There were photos, receipts, and even timestamps, all I needed. Emily cheated on me. Not only she led a completely separate life with this man. My first reaction was pure overwhelming anger. But anger is a dangerous master, unlike Emily. I decided to use strategy. When they destroy our life together, I would make sure that every moment of it felt first. I did not contact a lawyer, just any lawyer, but the best divorce lawyer of the city. He heard me with a mixture of compassion and professional distance and nodded. When I handed him the evidence together, we prepared the divorce papers. Before I knew that I had to keep everything secret until the perfect moment had come. Meanwhile, I laid the foundation for my revenge. Emily loved it to organize extravagant dinner parties. So I suggested the next weekend to give. She was excited, completely unaware of my hidden agenda. In the days before the event, I behaved normally and forced myself a smile, and he wore her touches that now feel cold and strange. Felt. The evening of the party came. The house was filled with laughter, clinking glasses, and lively conversations. Emily was in her element, radiant during. She mingled with the guests, and the perfect hostess played. Steve was also presented there as her work colleague. Every knowing look they threw themselves at each other made my stomach turn, but I remained calm. This evening should not get out of control. He should bring back control. As dinner was coming to an end, I stood up and knocked on my glass to get everyone's attention. Erlangen. Thank you all for coming, I said with a firm voice. Although a storm raged, and I have something that, her eyes wandered to confusion, flashed across her face that was not planned, and she knew it. I continued to Emily and poured her a smile that didn't reach my eyes. Why don't you come forward? Hesitated, but finally came to me, still her wine glass in her hand. I grabbed my jacket pocket and pulled envelope and handed it to her. Already said gently, let it. The room wassailed as she unfolded the paper. Her eyes flitted over the documents, and I saw the color coming out of the face gave way. David whispered. Her voice trembled. What is this? It is. I filed for divorce loudly, enough for everyone to hear. Its hawked gasps filled the room, and before you ask, yes, I know about you. And Steve. Her hand flew to her mouth as she staggered back the papers. Steve, who was on the other end of the table, sat frozen like a deer in the headlights. But that is not everything, I continued, and addressed the guests while Emily, I betrayed myself. Secured. I pointed to my lawyer, who inconspicuously in the corner. He had sat up and began to distribute copying evidence, emails, photos, receipts. The initial whispering turns into murmuring, then into open horror and disgust. Emile Fear's friends threw her disgusted looks at one after the others left the room. David, please, FHTE, Emily, tears were streaming over. We can talk about the face privately. Talk privately, I asked mockingly and laughed. Please, do you have any privacy? Thought when you behind my back humiliated you. Why should he? This courtesy now grant. Steve tried to sneak away, but I wasn't finished yet. Oh, and Steve, I shouted and stopped him. Don't think that you get away with it. Woman has already been informed. You will soon hear from her lawyer. The room was filled with chaos, anger, betrayal, pity. Emily slumped into a chair and sobbed uncontrollably. Steve made quickly out of the dust, and I felt an eerie calm for the first time. For the first time in weeks, I had the control. The consequences were so chaotic as I expected. Emily kept trying to call. Left voice, I seems full apologies and pleas for forgiveness. I did not answer. My lawyer arranged everything and made sure that the divorce went smoothly. Then the evidence. I went with the house to a significant part of our assets, and most importantly, my dignity from marriage. Emily, however, lost more than only our marriage was ruined. Her friends turned away from her. Stabesfrau filed for divorce, and his professional downfall followed. Ash's affair became public. The two tried to save their relationship. Butch and Ish destroyed them. A year passed, and I have me into work. Old friendships revived and even started again to trust data. It is difficult for me, but I am learning my heart slowly and carefully again. Open. Looking back, I don't regret anything. Emily made her decisions, and she had to bear the consequences. If this experience has taught me one thing, then the importance of self-respect, and that puts your own life in your hands to take, and for that, I will always be grateful.